Hey guys, I'm getting a message here about facing your shadow. So Lilith came out. Lilith is she was Adam's original companion, but she refused to be subservient to him, and she flew away, I guess. And she represents the dark feminine, which is often like attributed with like some kind of malice or evil, but she's not evil. She's just she's comfortable with her shadow. She's comfortable with the dark parts of herself, and she honors them. She honors her whole self, her full embodiment. So you might be someone that relates to maybe in the past having always had to be like a light for other people, and maybe not relating to that anymore, not relating to that, but also not finding power in that. That might have been something that you found empowering in the past, that you found was a way in which you wanted to contribute, and maybe that's not something that you're resonating with anymore. The Four of Swords and the Four of Wands also came out, so this is about rest and completion. 4 is a number about mastery, so there's some level of having to completed something here. Maybe not having reached the end. Yeah, it's something about completion to the point of being ready to explore new options. And these new options might feel kind of taboo. Like what you know, what you feel that you really are craving might feel a bit taboo, and you might be thinking, well, I shouldn't be pursuing things just because I'm craving them. Like there has to be some deeper reason. I'm getting that. Like this 4, like a lot of 4s came out, this like mastery thing. Like you've had a certain level of, it's midnight, a certain level of discipline has gotten you here. But you're in this place now where you're feeling kind of like there's a stagnancy here. There's a stagnancy here that that you're really ready to like bust through. You're really there. You're like right on the verge. So you're like ready to explore some new things. Oh yeah, with some urgency. You really, but it's like you don't know what direction to go. But you know you're ready. You're ready to do something else. You're ready to do something else with the 6 of Cups. So maybe a new way of experiencing relationships. Yeah. You're ready to explore a new way of experiencing relationships. I'm getting like there was a very like there was a solitariness, so that's not even a word, but there was the way that you were connecting with people before was very almost like overly structured from your point of view at this point. Like, yeah, just very structured and very by the book, by the rules. And now you're like, you're kind of craving and desiring this potentially messier way of relating to people. Like, there's more risk involved. But it feels kind of like the only way to, like, get to the next stage. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh yeah, the Queen of Wands coming out. So there could be a lot of a lot of passion here, like a lot of, yeah, just fiery energy, like in your desire for this, which is potentially something that makes you kind of nervous, because your fiery energy, like, your fiery energy prior to this might have been somewhat contained, like something that you kind of kept a lid on. And now it's almost like you can't keep a lid on it anymore. Or you're feeling this calling that you shouldn't. And yeah, there's some fear. But also kind of a knowing that it's like the obvious next step. Okay, this card wants to come out, the Emperor, yeah. So it's almost like, yeah, it's like you're having to take ownership over a bigger fire, if that makes sense. Like, you might have kept your passions kind of small previously, or kind of contained, and you had a capacity for more creativity, more passion, more fire in your life, but there was a fear around you didn't want that fire to consume you, essentially. So, like, there was a fear around letting the flame grow bigger, but you're kind of like in this place now where it's like you spent so much time keeping things contained. It's just like you're stuck. It's like there's you're stuck, you're stagnant, and like you have to take ownership of letting this fire grow bigger, which is scary because there's unknown involved there. You know, we as humans, like, we're very scared of, like, the unknown, even if we're not satisfied. But it's almost like you've gotten to this place now where it's like you've been unsatisfied for so long that, like, you have to you've been kind of complacent, kind of like, yeah, complacent for so long that you have to let this fire get bigger. A fire being your creative projects, it could be something to do with a relationship, like just your passion, like your passion. And you've been kind of keeping it like in this safe place, but you're just like, you can't do that anymore. I'm almost like, I'm seeing a fire like contained inside of a gate somehow, I don't know. And it's like consuming the earth inside of it. Like, everything in there is just becoming like a tar pit. Like, because you need to allow the fire to spread, and then it can turn into something beautiful or productive, or not just like, it's almost like keeping it contained inside of this like You know, I'm seeing like 4 gold posts. Like keeping it contained inside of this 4 is like destroying you. But you're really scared of letting it grow bigger. Not really scared. You're actually not really scared. But there is some fear. There's some fear of the unknown. Because there's a knowledge that you're going to have to kind of beef up your structure, the structure in your life, whether that be like your material resources, the strength of your physical body. Like there's some knowledge that in order to sustain that heightened passion, that increase of passion, that increase of light and creativity in your life, you're going to have to build on your pentacles, basically. So build, whether it be the strength of your body, build the strength of your finances, like whatever it is, there's a knowledge that you have, like you need kind of more stability in order to sustain this, but it's not that much more stability, actually. It's not like you need to go from renting a room to owning a house. It's like you need to go from renting a room to renting a slightly more expensive room. It's not like it's kind of like you're anticipating needing more structure than you're actually going to need. Like it's gonna grow naturally with you. Oh yeah. And there's people here that are willing to help you grow the structure. So rent a more expensive room, make your body stronger, lift weights, whatever it is. Like there's people here that are like really willing to help you. And it's like, I'm seeing that you're kind of, almost ignoring them. Like you're not like accepting the help or like asking for it. And it's just like there, it's just like readily available for you. Yeah, because it's next to this like 6 of Cups. It's like you have this whole community that's like down to like help you out. And you're kind of you're like choosing to isolate instead. Yeah. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So you might be someone that has been kind of overly concerned with love in the past, with relationships. And you've wanted other things. You've wanted these fiery projects in your life. You've wanted more creativity. You've wanted even more passion, like maybe even in your relationships. But you've stayed kind of like loyal to this like smaller vision. Because you're used to being this Queen of Cups. Like this is the Queen of Cups. You're used to being like this queen of love and feeling and like sensitivity. But you're more than that, and it's like it's asking you to confront some parts of you that might feel dark. Like ambition. Ambition can sometimes feel like, especially for women, like can feel like it's dark, like it's wrong. And I'm sure not, for people who are not women as well. But I know as a woman, like I felt almost ashamed of my ambition. But you really need to embrace this ambition and this like mission that you have and this desire for these creative projects. Like you really need to embrace that. to make any movement in your life. It's like almost keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck, like being so focused on fulfilling this like image as a lover and as a kind energy, and like, yeah, you are that, but like you are being called to like embrace other parts of yourself as well. I'm gonna see if anything else is gonna come out. I don't feel like it is. Yeah, this Emperor is really standing out to me. So you're being called to embrace this Emperor energy, you know? Emperor of the deck, King of the deck. He can be kind of controlling sometimes. And that might feel nasty to you. But sometimes you have to take control. You have to take control of a situation sometimes. And maybe it's just your life. This has become so gendered. Like, there's a lot of content online about, you know, like the divine feminine, the divine masculine, like that if you're someone that wants to embody femininity, like in a relationship, for example, that you can't also be this emperor. But we all, you know, we all contain multitudes. And we all have to embrace all of the archetypes at some point. So, yeah, you're being called to embrace this emperor energy. Yeah. And allow your passion to grow, and allow and build whatever structure is required to allow that to grow and not let it get out of control. And rely on your team. You got a team. You got people who want to help you. Okay, that's what I got.